now. Wouldn't want it any other way.
Right, when Subbuteo made the pitches, they made the shooting area 11 inches and the two middle zones at 13 inches to make a 48-inch pitch. FISTIF rules said that the pitch within specified dimensions should be divided into 4 equal pieces, zones. And so I made the league at one pitch with 11-inch spacing, so 11-inch shooting area, 11-inch middle bits, and that was the Liga. Then I made the Primo at 12-inch spacings,
Yeah.
and the Maura at 13-inch spacings. So there's 3 sizes of pitch. But there's quite a lot of parents joined in. There was 1 or 2 others who hadn't got families that just come along as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And we had a 3rd round FA Cup one year.
Yeah.
But we had to have a preliminary round to the 3rd round to knock it down to 64.
Yeah.
That was brilliant. That was.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And and then of course Waddington's sold out to
Hasbro. Yeah, yeah.
And do you remember Trevor Spencer?
Yeah, he was a good friend of mine back. Well, he was because I wasn't part of the. Well, I did play the ETSA stuff when I was 15, 16, but I really grew up with Waddingtons and Trevor Spencer. You know, I went to the regional finals. I did the Bradford Fire relief thing, the marathon he did. Yeah, I travelled a lot with Trevor back in the day. Yeah,
it was good.
Yeah.
He was. Waddingtons were a good company. They had to make a profit, but they liked people to enjoy their games.
Yes.
And then when Hasbro took over, their only motive was profit.
Yeah.
And Trevor said to us, he said, right, what's going to happen is we've sold out to Hasbro.
Yeah.
But we're making the rules available to all, because at the time the rules were copyright or trademark to there, and they didn't let Hasbro. Well, they said that this FISTIF was originally not sports table football, Subbuteo table football.
That's right.
And then Hasbro quashed that, so sports got put in it instead. Yeah, and that's Willie Hoffman and somebody else wrote the rules up, didn't they? And then they specified all the equipment, so that's why the pitches are all different sizes.
Right.
And that's why the base sizes can vary between all the different sizes, because you've got small flat figures which are about 12, aren't they? Something like that.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Very small. And then the round bases were all 20, weren't they?
Yeah, go on.
I think it was 20.
Yeah.
But some of them were misformed. They were slightly oval shaped, and you could measure 21 degrees. So they said it could be up to 21 millimeters.
Right.
So that was the size that we settled on.
That's what you settled on.
Because you get extra millimetre makes a huge difference,
Yeah,
doesn't
of course it does,
Yeah.
Yeah. What, and the bases now, they're all 21, are they? 21 millimetres.
I think it's 21. And the Subbuteo balls are oversized as well.
Yeah. You talking about the big ball?
No, I'm talking about the genuine Subbuteo ball.
Okay.
Because FISTIF must have got a small one, measured it at 20 mil.
Yeah.
Was it 22? 22
mil, isn't it?
22
Yeah,
mil,
yeah.
Yeah. You measure a Subbuteo ball, crack 1.5 and measure it, and you'll see it's a good 0.5 millimetre bigger than that.
Ah.
So, I had a load of balls made, and there are some in there.
Yeah.
I had them made to 20, but nobody likes playing with them. It's a little ball. But that's the
So that's, you went to the original Subbuteo size, because you often...
No, I went to the FISTIF. Everything I made was according to FISTIF regulations. But then FISTIF said, no, Astro Pitch is okay, even though it didn't comply with their regulations. Subbuteo balls are okay, even though they don't comply with the regulations, because I made everything exactly to the FISTIF regulations.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, and so...
So the FISTIF ball is what, 22 mil or 20 mil?
It's 22 plus a bit. No, the Fistif ball should be exactly 22.
Right.
The Subbuteo ball is 22 plus.
And a bit. Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
it makes it that bit bigger, and you wouldn't think it'd make hardly any difference.
Yeah.
But it's visibly noticeable.
I mean, I think so. Topspin. What size are topspin balls? They're to the Fistif size, because everyone, that's kind of the standard tournament ball now, isn't it?
I don't know. I haven't played. I just use Subbuteo balls or PTF balls.
Right. Yeah, because I'm quite insistent when I play of using a topspin ball, because it's the one that I'm used to.
Yeah.
Because the Subbuteo balls just feel a little bit different to me. They're obviously, the plastic's a bit softer, isn't it?
Yeah, it's polystyrene, isn't it? The Subbuteo ball's made out of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the other thing with balls is these PTF ones, you have to glue them together.
Okay.
But check them. If you do make some up.
Yeah, I'll measure them, yeah.
Certainly rather than a straight line. If you get a bit extra glue, or there's a bit of a burr on the inside somewhere,
Okay.
they do well. But then Subbuteo balls do that.
Yeah, they do.
Try them out, and they don't.
I was going to say, as long as they wobble and come my way, I'll be
Yeah.
quite happy. Okay, so who did Tockers? Was Tockers your thing?
No, that was Willie Hoffman's.
Willie Hoffman, okay.
They were great.
Yeah,
Absolutely brilliant.
I had a game with them against Jason Christopher. He's another kid from the Waddingtons era that has come back recently. We absolutely loved it. You know, it was great fun. You know, the slide, the shooting is lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, as soon as the ball ends up in your shooting area, if you haven't got it blocked, you think that's covered, and then there's one down on the other shooting line. Yeah, get an angle on that. Terry Vance was the best shooter.
Right.
Is he still about?
Not that I know of, no.
He's one of our members.
Willie Hoffman had quite a shot on him, didn't he? He used to pull it. I notice he pulls his finger right back, doesn't he? And it's just a nice. It's almost like a golf swing, isn't it? He like follows through with it.
I could never do it because I'm, too jerky.
Yeah.
That I did notice it. The ones that could shoot just did it a nice sort of.
Very eloquent. Yeah. I'm a bit snappy with my shots, you know. I'm always a bit surprised that I'm there.
They're totally fluffy. It ends the ball.
Yeah. So, which bases are they? They're sure shots?
Sure shot and advantage.
Advantage.
They're 2-to-1 sure shot. They're all mixed up, so you have to sort them out. Right, the ones with a little circle in the middle are advantage. The ones which are plain in the middle are sure shots.
Sure
so
shots.
We've got 2 advantage there and 1 sure shot.
Why do they have that dimple in? I notice Extreme Works have that, don't they?
Well, that's just so the moulding.
Is that the moulding?
Yeah.
I always wondered, because you look at curling, what's it called? The thing they use for curling. That has the same, doesn't it?
Does it? I don't know.
And I just wondered if that was helped the slide a bit at all.
I don't know. It may do or may not.
Yeah. Will David be pleased? And did you ever make any money out of Subbuteo?
Made a living.
I say, Keith Littler.
No.
You don't know Keith.
No.
You're not on YouTube or online. Okay. He's a guy. He's very into the game, the toy side of it.
Yeah.
And he's got quite a big following, but he's always trying to monetize the game. I've met him a few times, and I keep saying, Keith, no one's going to be a millionaire making Subbuteo. No one's going to, you can monetize it. I do a little bit, but I put it back into the game. So we've set up a lot of clubs and we fund the tournaments and, and I always say to people, I'm quite selfish because when I come back, no one was playing. So for me, it's quite good. I've just got a few people playing and it's completely self-motivated and driven. yeah, it's not something, I don't think, that, because it's quite niche, isn't it? That's your problem.
Yeah, so late 80s to mid 90s, I think, may not have been the heyday, but it was certainly very popular.
Yeah,
There were huge attendances at opens and
yeah.
tournaments. Yeah, and then of course, internet took over, computer games.
So you blame the decline on the computer games?
Yeah, I think so. And mobile phones and all that now. I don't think kids are interested in actually. You know, it's instant gratification you need,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
And you don't get that with this game.
Yeah.
The cricket game, that's a different matter altogether. Have you ever played the cricket
I
game?
played it once. Yeah.
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 Well, that's, yes, you can play that without any skill whatsoever.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, we did cricket as well. The end of the football season, because Subbuteo season just matched the football season.
Yeah.
We play in the summer, but we did have a few weeks of cricket.
So you did the cricket in the summer?
Not all summer, just from the end of the football season till it got warm and we wanted to be out. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes May can be a bit cold, and so can the beginning of June. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
usually from end of the football season till first week in June. And of course the bowler's useless, so we made our own bowlers, overarm bowlers, and then the thing at the stump standing's useless because the ball hits that.
Yeah.
And the stumps fall out.
Yeah.
And of course we got playing with everybody cheats.
Yeah.
Or tries to get a cheat. So that had got to go. And of course the handles break off. You
Yeah.
stick it on there, so they got to be altered. So we made a beefed up version.
I've got one of your cricket sets indoors. It's all metal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's lovely. It's lovely workmanship. Really beautiful.
I knew somebody in Birmingham. He got relatives out in India, and took it along to him. I said, "Do you think you could? Can your relatives get this made out there? Because you know, getting injection moulding is a
Yeah.
huge expense. So, and it'd still be plastic.
Yeah.
And what I suggested made out of aluminium. He
Yeah,
said,
that's
well, we
right.
can get it, but he said it wouldn't be aluminium, it'd be brass. I said, well, brass don't cast very well. He said, well, that's what they do.
So that's what it's made of, is it? Brass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he sent us a sample. Yeah, that was all right. So then we had the sets will be about 250, I think.
There's only 250 of those sets then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lovely set. I mean, I got mine from Adam Douglas, a player in the southeast in Essex. I'm not sure where he got it from, but you've got like the box, and then you've got the team in a separate box.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But as soon as I opened it, I mean, it's just a lovely thing, isn't it? It's just made perfectly. Yeah, I haven't used it yet. I haven't played a game with it.
Oh, you want to? Yeah. Yeah, we play generally 10-10
Yeah.
instead of 20-20.
Yeah.
That's enough. And if we take it to, I'm taking to Cubs and Scouts, but then we play 5-5 because
Yeah. Gets more involved.
well, we have to get through a load of matches because the whole competition's got to be played in the space of 2 hours. So.
Yeah, brilliant. Brilliant. And what about the pitches? I mean, the pitches, just explain the pitches again, because I don't think I recorded that first bit.
Right.
Last time, third and final time, go on.
Right, Subbuteo pitches are 48 inches long, and they're divided into 11-inch shooting zone and 2 13-inch middle zones. And then when festive regulations stated that the pitch should be within certain sizes, and the pitch should be divided into 4 equal zones. So we measured the Subbuteo pitch and we made one pitch with 11-inch zones, that's the Liga. One pitch with 12-inch stones, that's the Prima, and one pitch with the 13-inch stones, and that was the Maurer. So we have 3 different size pitches.
3 different size pitches.
But all perfectly legal.
Yeah, yeah.
And the Liga pitch is my favourite.
Okay, and why is that?
Well, it's because you can, out of a 8-foot by 4-foot piece of board, you can cut 2 pitches.
Okay.
You can make 2 stadiums like.
Yeah, yeah. Whereas
if you use the others, you've got to use the whole 8-foot by 4-foot board
to
make one.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So
it's a lot more economical.
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Because I made them stadiums, well, made over 250 a year, and then we Litchfield. God knows how I made. I made some, but I contracted out, subcontracted manufacturer out. One chap does 20, and the other guy did us, I don't know, about 50.
We've got to make, because we got the 24 World Cup. Have you heard that?
No.
So we bidded for it, and we're going to do it in Tunbridge Wells.
Yeah.
In 2024. We've got Tunbridge Wells Borough Council there, very excited about it. They're all over it actually. They're every few weeks we get an email. Oh, can we do this? Can we do that? But we've got to make 64 for the World Cup. So we've got Bob Varney. You know Bob Varney.
Yeah.
He's our commercial director. So it's his job to get us 50 grand. We're trying to raise 50 grand to pay for it. So it's going to be, hopefully it's going to be a massive World Cup. And we want it to be, it's not just FISTEF, because obviously Tunbridge Wells Borough Council are involved. They've got all the heritage. They've got a little museum there as well. I don't know if you knew that, in Tunbridge Wells, in their civic centre.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they've got some original moulds. They've got some original prototypes.
So that's where Peter Adolph set up, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah, Langton Green, wasn't it? Which is just outside of Tunbridge Wells. There is, I'll tell you in a minute. There's something very exciting that's going to happen, but I'm sworn to secrecy.
Okay.
So I'll tell you in a minute. But they've got, you know, the blue plaques.
Yeah.
So they've got those all over the town. So they're going to replace all of those for the World Cup. Because they've got, you know, original offices, original factories. One of them's a hotel now, quite a luxurious hotel. So they're going to do a walking tour of all the old Subbuteo sites. They're also going to do a pub crawl tour of all the old sites. And they've got loads of other ideas, you know, what they want to do and how they want to get involved. Yeah, that's going to
2024.
2024. So that'd be in 2 years' time.
And that in the summer, is it?
It probably late August, maybe September.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll make an effort to get.
Yeah,
there.
it'd be great to see you there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to come down.
And we've done at Subbuteo Fest. We did a flats tournament, an old flats tournament. Kev Dyson won that typically.
Yeah.
We did an advanced rule tournament as well. And Subbuteo, the brand, supported it, and they bought all the trophies for it. So we're bringing them back in. You know, they're getting a little bit involved.
Yeah.
So we did a flats tournament, a heavyweight tournament. That was the advanced rule tournament, and obviously all the FISTEF stuff as well. So yeah, it's all good. We got nearly 90 at that tournament. Over the 2 days, I think about 120 players. So not bad. I mean, some of the tournaments you used to run, I mean, Kane said you used to run quite a few.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet your numbers were a lot more respectable though.
I don't know. I can't remember the figures now. I know we had 2 tournaments here where we had over 120 at.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to have it in the community centre just across there.
Yeah.
And we built stands for spectators and,
wow,
and stuff like that.
And did you...
totally illegal now, it wouldn't be allowed now because of health and safety.
Did you get any spectators though?
Oh yeah, we got a few.
Brilliant.
And,
brilliant.
I think we put up it's about £750 cash prizes.
Wow.
for the open air. The one at Lichfield, I think we put 2,500 up for cash prizes.
Wow.
Yeah,
that was with John, was it? John Lauder?
Well, I organised it, but it was under the Welsh one here. But Lichfield, it was ESTFA.
Okay. Because I heard John was previously, he put up prize money, didn't he?
Yeah, he did a real good tournament. We played down at Cardiff, and John is expert. You know, you play to he's got it worked out, so you can play. You know, sort of an entry of about 80, and you can get it finished by about 3:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And then we played the Bevington, what was got named the Bevington.
Yeah.
So you have three people on each team, and you do the toss up to see who puts the name down first again.
Yeah.
And then you put your order of players down, but you only do it once.
So the same order has to play the same order
all the way through. So that cuts down time.
Yeah.
Well, once you decide your order, that's it. And then each player plays for for 5 minutes, and then it's just a straight knockout. And then there was £50 first prize, which back in late 90s
was decent.
Was
yeah. Yeah.
2 or 3 nights a year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And so that's what we used to do, and it will all be finished by about 5:30, 6.
Brilliant.
Yeah, John was. You've been to? Have you been to tournament? John organises.
Yeah, he did the Welsh GP last year.
Yeah.
In Wrexham.
Like as soon as the last match is finished, he's announcing the matches for the next round.
Yeah.
Because even in the knockout, because he works, he goes around the tables and finds out what the score is at half time, and if it's 3-0, right, that one's through, and then if it's
he's getting a head start on it all.
And then so it's only 2 or 3 he's actually got in, because sort of 3/4 of the way, 10 minutes in the second half, he's virtually got it all.
Yeah.
The next round worked out all bar 1 or 2. As soon as them results come in.
I always wondered what his secret was. Yeah, he does. He rattles it along, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah,
he's
no
very
messing
good.
around. There's no sort of.
Yeah. Brilliant. Yeah, I mean, we need to get back to those days, don't we?
We do.
Why did it all go wrong back then?
It didn't go
wrong. Not then. It didn't go wrong then. But when did it start going wrong?
It's the late 1990s, and then. Well, it's not just. It was sort of late 1990s. It started dropping off because people got into
the consoles and all that.
And then it was early 2000s. Then the internet was only little then, wasn't it? Early 2000s.
Yeah.
But that's when it did. But when we moved here, which was 2002. We had a Subbuteo club at the top floor of that building down on the corner.
Yeah.
And got it very cheaply. And, renting stuff here is cheap.
Yeah.
So we made the whole top floor into a Subbuteo club.
Wow,
bar
brilliant.
And,
so a permanent Subbuteo club.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
But since then, this CRB DVD checks have come in.
Yeah.
And I ain't had nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Not that I'm, because straight away they assume you're a paedophile if you're dealing with young people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got nothing to hide. It's just I don't.
There's a lot of hassle. You got to have policies, haven't you? Child protection policies and all sorts. Yeah, a lot of administration.
Sort of killed that off. And then a few years later we started up at the Plough, which is just adults. Playing, which is a shame, but you can't have kids unless you go through.
So you put it down to the fact that the kids stopped playing. That's why the game has been in decline then.
Yeah. And they did, because when we first came here, there's a river over there, and there's a weir, and there's a tyre depot here. When we first come here, the kids all over the place throughout the summer holidays.
Yeah.
They come down, get a tractor and a tube offshore, and put a patch on it, blow it up, over the wall, dive in the river, and they go down the weir on it.
Yeah.
And then they come to the shop. Oh, can we have a game of Subbuteo? Because I've got a table in the shop. I said, well, not. I don't mind 1 or 2 playing, but not half a dozen. You nick everything. So I put 2 tables out on the pavement there.
Yeah.
And they used to just play then, like, and
Oh,
then you go down the rec and they'd be playing cricket or
Yeah.
building dens down by the river and then setting them on fire and that sort of thing. But no, in the summer you don't see any kids about because they're kept in for safety. You know, they can't go out. If you go down the skate park, it's only a handful. And I think that's another change, that parents don't like their kids going out. Kids are quite happy to play Xbox all day long.
Yeah.
And
yeah, my son, he's 27 and he's still sitting there playing Xbox.
yeah, it's no good, is it?
Yeah. It's a sign of the times, isn't it? So what about FISTEF? Do you think FISTEF have changed over the years?
Oh yeah, I think it was a good idea in the first place, and I still think it's a good idea. The main gripe I got with FISTEF, apart from specifying stuff and then allowing stuff which isn't to meet the right specifications, is the bloody goalkeepers.
What, the Tocker keepers?
I've got no problem with the Tocker keeper. It's all these other keepers which look a bit like a Tocker, which have got their arms spread out like this, and and they're a bit. They've got long arms, haven't they? Tocker goalkeepers like this.
Yeah.
And so a lot of them have straightened the arms and put them up and then widened them out.
Yes.
That's wrong.
Yeah. Also the rods, a lot of them are bending the rods in various places.
Well, that's the problem, is it?
You don't think?
No.
I think it's all right like that, but I think in the middle.
Oh, so provides an extra stop?
Yes.
Oh, that's wrong,
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it just meant like a cursor.
Simon Goodman is named from the past. Do you remember him?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's a big supporter of a bent rod and using the rod to stop the ball.
Oh, that's pretty stupid, isn't it?
He doesn't like the the extreme works goals because he can't get his rod up.
Oh, that's wrong,
to stop the ball.
That is absolutely wrong. Because the whole thing is to score goals, and that's part of the problem with the Subbuteo game, that it's not easy to play.
Yeah.
It takes you some time to learn.
It's a skill, isn't it? Yeah.
That's great, but really, if someone's come to play the game, you want them to be able to score a goal.
Yeah.
If they turn up first time, they can't. They turn up for 5 or 6 meetings before they score a goal. It's just no good at all.
Yeah.
And it's like when you play up here, and Kenny's useless. Matthew's not too bad. Rory's, it's the first time he was playing it up there, and I think it was about sort of 3 meetings before Rory actually managed to score a goal.
Yeah.
Because you get Danny Bird and Dan Nichols with a great big goalkeeper, and no chance getting past. Now there's a bump in it and stick as well.
Yeah, I mean, we're having this debate on Facebook a couple of weeks ago because a few people went to Subbuteo Fest, and obviously it's a tournament and there's groups, and if you're drawing against a second, you've got 2 top players and and they draw, then it's they're going for goals, aren't they?
Yeah.
For the other 2 games, and we had a few guys that were on the wrong end of that, complaining and moaning, but. I think when they improve, obviously they'll be the ones sort of, thumping 10 in and probably enjoying it. But it's an issue, isn't it? I mean, you see this with Kane, London Road. And I said to him, he said, a new person coming, I get them to play Ruby. And Ruby smashes them like 8-10-0. Yeah. I said, Kane, look, no grown man is going to come back after going in there. Little Ruby.
Well, she's a bit bigger now.
Yeah, she is, yeah. But little Ruby smashes them 10-0. No. I said, no wonder they're not coming back. No. You've got to calm that down a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's a difficult one, isn't it? I suppose taking away goal difference in a tournament might help.
Well, no, I think you've got to have that, and you've got to have some way otherwise the tournament's just going on forever, isn't it? We put some tournaments, club matches up here. It's 5 and out. So
Yeah.
when you've scored 5,
Yeah.
you retire.
Yeah.
Unless the other person wants to carry on.
Yeah.
But that's the rule. It's still recorded as 5-0 or 5.
So it's never more than 5.
No, that's the score. Even if because usually if I get beaten, if I'm letting 5 goals against Dan Nichols, don't really want to hang on for another 6-7 minutes to let him get 7 or 8.
I know when I come back a few years ago, I went to, first of all it was Worthing, and Peter Upton and the rest of them down there, and it was great. It's such a friendly club. There was loads of chat and loads of banter. It was brilliant. So I come back again, but I got absolutely battered. I actually refused to use one of the Tocker keepers because I was from the old Subutio days. I said I don't want to use that. What the hell is that? And it only took a few games of letting in a lot of goals for me to do that. But then I think a few weeks later I ended up in Rochefort because I was so getting into it. I saw there was because I live in Kent, so it's not far just to jump across the channel, and the guys there they were 5-0 up at half time, and they spent the second half coaching me. Rather than going on and battering me for another 15 minutes. So I think maybe something like that would be good, would be beneficial. Like you said, stop at the 5, but not stop and go and get a pint, but do a little bit of coaching with the person.
Yeah.
If they're new, of course. If they're not, go and get a pint.
The other thing it does as well, if you know the limit's 5, then... And you're playing somebody, say like Brian Daly, who can probably hammer me, he doesn't actually, but he has done.
Yeah.
Then, if he's on form and he starts banging the goals in, then you can sort of set your mind, well, I'm not going to let you get 5. And the same when Dan Nichols has beaten me 4-0. You're not getting that 5th goal. I'm not retiring.
Yeah.
So it is a sort of an incentive.
Yeah, to stay on, try and stay on. Yeah. Almost a victory then if it finishes 4-0.
It is a bit like that,
Yeah.
Or there's some satisfaction you get out of it.
Yeah.
But and the goals thing, I made one pitch, and I might be one here, I don't know. I cut. The problem is that with the goalkeeper.
Yes.
Because the ball goes in the net, hits the stick, hits the side of the goal and comes out, or just comes straight out. That didn't go in.
Yeah.
So I thought, there's a way around this. And so behind the goal, so that's the goal there. And underneath it, I cut a hole. And then put a tray with a bit of cotton wool in it. So when the ball comes in, even my metal goals, it goes down, hits the cotton wool.
Stays there.
Stays there.
Yeah.
But I tried it out at
it's almost like a basic kind of...
It's like a snooker pocket.
Yeah.
It goes in, it won't come out. Well, once in a while, a snooker ball will come out.
So it's kind of basic goal line technology, isn't it?
Yeah.
A hole and cotton wool.
Yeah. So I set 2 pitches up like it and took him up to Oldham. He had a tournament up there to try it out. And the amount of objections I got from it. As soon as the ball gets just a little bit away across the line, it rolls into the goal. I said, so what? Oh, well, I could have saved it. I could have knocked it off the line. I said, well, you let a goal in.
Yeah.
But you could do the same down the other end. Oh, no. And then Fistiff banned it.
Okay.
They wouldn't allow that. Because, but to me, that's the answer.
But that was you innovating. You saw an issue, a problem, and you coming up with a solution. But they weren't. No, I suppose it's difficult, isn't it? Because if they allowed that, then that would mean that everybody in every pitch would need to be modified or replaced.
It wouldn't need every pitch modifying. It just need those that wanted to do it.
Go
for it, but perhaps some others wouldn't. But it certainly eliminates a lot of goals rebounding off the stick when they're clearly behind the line.
Yes.
Except you can't tell they're clearly behind. You know that ball's gone in.
Yeah.
When you're refereeing, you know it's gone in, but you didn't actually see it go in.
Yeah. 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 Which still happens a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, because you can't. When people do that,
Yeah.
it keeps the ball out.
Yeah.
And even if it's gone into the back of the net, you do that, it will come out because your stick does that.
Yeah.
You just force it out anyway.
Yeah.
If you do it quick enough, you can just
You do it quick. I was going to say that if you're doing it quick enough, then it's very difficult. Yeah, I'll have to try that though. Have you got one of those pitches?
I don't know whether one's here or whether John Lauder had quite a few of them. I think.
Okay, I'll ask John. I'll ask John about them. That'd be interesting to play on one.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially against someone like Martin Belfontaine. Do you know him? Do you remember him? Yeah, yeah. I've had a few that I thought were in but come out. Brilliant. Okay, mate. I'll just turn that off.